Okay. Let's see what delves I can get done today. Today is Delves Day. Should I repair? Yes, I should. Wait. Oh, that's why. I'm not messing with that. Yep, I'm doing delves. Sunday morning delve hunt. The reason for this is I'm way behind in World of Warcraft. Like, way behind. But you can get raid ready doing these delves. So, it's like, there's really no reason not to do them. And you can one man them. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Let me double check my sound real quick. And it may be test. It may be. Let me do this real quick. See how now that's. Make sure one of my other devices didn't lower my sound. Sure enough, it did. I tell you. There you go. So that should, hopefully that's better. Scott. Thank you for letting me know. And some of it might be where my microphone is and where I am too. I'm out of the habit of speaking into the microphone. I've been playing with the headset. Oh wait, there's one more. Oh no, it's up here. Okay, cool. Yeah, long as better. That's all that really matters. And the music isn't too loud, is it? Oh, it goes great. Just finished a division battle between two of the schools that I do broadcast for, and it was a rain game. There was actually a rain delay. Well, actually, it was a lightning delay. It really wasn't even a rain delay. There was lightning in the area, and whenever there's lightning in a 10-mile radius in Texas, especially for the area we are in, which is hilly, a lot of trees, they get super cautious about letting the kids or letting the stands be there. So letting people be in the stands, excuse me. as I'm trying to fight off horde of plant people. Yeah. So they clear the stands, they clear the field, and they had a cool device on top of the concession stand that was like gave like a warning bell and everything. And what I found out, from one of the coaches that was in the booth is that, and I didn't think about this, but it does make sense. Cloud to cloud lightning can travel up to 30 miles. So that's why when they say if there's lightning in a 10-mile radius, everybody get out. I was like, oh, that is unexpected but cool to know. So, and with the stands that we were in being all tin metal, yeah, get out the stands. Everybody get out the stands. Doggone spore. I hate those spores. So, what I'm doing in World of Warcraft is I am trying to do like 8 of these so I can get a prize when they do the reset this week in my, what they call, no, you sloppy McGee. Fell off the side. Luckily, there's a mushroom here that'll get me right back to it. There we go. And of course, now I've got a spore on me. That's what threw me off the edge the last time. There we go. Just need 2 more. But that's how you get the super extremely good gear. That's how I've got like gear that's well over my current rank. I've got 616 gear. And I need to get a socket for, actually. Ooh. But that's raid gear. That'll get me into at least level 1 raiding. Hopefully. So anyway, quick synopsis on that. And yeah, players don't need to be barbecued. And this Friday, first playoff game, Frankston versus Italy, at a neutral site, which I have to get permission to do all my broadcasting from. Which will be fun. I think Frankston will at least get the second round. They have the talent to go all the way. They were doing in the game I saw this Friday. They were doing passing plays in the rain and connecting. So that's for high school kids. Great talent on their team. Not saying the other team didn't do good with passing, but they were not passing clean. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Huh? Bedtime. Oh, meds, yes. There you go. Son was reminding me I had to give him his medication. All right. I need one more sack. There we go. And there's the last one. And of course, I get kicked off. Boom. Of course, I would. Crying over now you got me confused, man. About other WoW players complaining about people being able to get raid ready. Is that what? Doggone it. I really hate those spores. Oh. You know, I wanted her to win, but it didn't happen. You know, hopefully what I believe Trump will do is will not, you know, I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he proves me wrong. That's bottom line. You know, you win some, you lose some. That's how it works. I think politics has gotten too, and I'm not going to stay on the subject long, but I think politics has gotten too personal in America. I think Americans need to remember, you know, reason the system works the way it does is because it was never about, you know, me versus them or that. It was, you know, these people have these ideas. These people have these ideas. And sometimes the ideas are from different people. You know, hey, I can't afford to leave the company even if I wanted to. But I mean, this is America. This is how America is. America's had some history that wasn't, you know, the best. So we'll see. You know, I could be, like I said, you know, could be completely wrong. And Trump does a good job. So I'm hoping. I don't want to. Don't ever, you know. Yeah, I don't get getting all into, oh, my man's the best guy for the job, or this woman's the best person for the job, period. I just, you know, you're going, I agree with what you're saying. Your vote literally is supposed to be, I agree with what you're saying, and or you're as close as you can be to what I'm saying. So I'm voting for you. And I'm going to take a heal break as I notice my HP was low. And now to try and get... So I need to rescue her. I don't even think I'm at the end of the delve, which is unusual to say the least. My wife just walked in a room, who I like to call Sexy Bottoms. Priceless pumpkins found. Okay. They're making me work for this one. Was not expecting that from this delve. That's what makes me worried about is the friendships. Oh, I saw something I needed up there. Yoo-hoo. And can't do it in combat, of course. And of course, now they're down up with me. There they are. And boom. Guess I need to focus on what I'm doing. Yeah, and I mean, you being Australian, you have such an interesting view on our politics. So I just never, president's not supposed to have as much power as people put in his preview, and it irks me that, and I do see my only concern is, how do you deal with somebody who doesn't know simple civics and says, oh no, a president can do this, and you're like, well, it's not how it's written in the Constitution. I mean, you got to change the Constitution for that to happen. But so that's where my concern is. It's just, it is obvious that Trump doesn't know 7th grade civics. It's also obvious that most Americans don't know 7th grade civics, which is just like, wow. Yeah, you guys don't even care about, I mean, there's, what people don't realize is local politics probably affects them a lot more than presidential politics do in the long run. But, it's like how you were taught in high school football. You win some, you lose some. And then the next time you get a chance to play that team again, you just go out there with a better game plan. It's kind of... Well, your country's history, too, of being sort of like a prison state doesn't help with that outlook either, Dang British. Colonizers. Did it. Yeah, that's kind of my thing, I just don't like what I see in what's been happening with American culture, on just the fact that, Trump says one thing, people play it back for them verbatim, and they're like, no, that's not what he meant. Okay. No, he was joking. Oh, everything he says is a joke? Okay. No. Yes, prison colony. Yes, you're right. I did miss. You weren't a prison state. It was a colony. But yes, British colonized a British prison colony. Oh no, I'm gonna bounce back up. Okay, cool. Usually these don't take so long. But me chatting through it, he's making it. Oh, is that the big guy? That is the big guy. Oh, and that's mine. Interesting. Okay. Little plan of attack here. Because to get there, I've got to get through the big guy. I mean, worst case scenario is he proves everybody right. And in 4 years, we vote him out. Well, 4 years, he can't come back in. That's the other thing, too. That kind of is a silver lining to all this. Is that maybe, after all Trump has done this next coming 4 years, people will go, you know what? Maybe you guys were right about him. And I would have given him a second chance if he would have apologized for the exonerated five. Used to be known as the Central Park Five. That he wailed on being guilty for no apparent reason when it was obviously not them. That it was a botched job from the get-go. If he would have apologized for that, I probably would have maybe have given him a second chance. But that scar kind of, the civil rights community, that scar kind of hurts. And of course, people have short memory spans. They don't remember that about him. They don't remember the fact that even though Tyson fought in several of his hotels, yeah, they were finally found innocent. When they were found innocent, he never said, I was wrong about that. He still to this day still thinks of him as guilty. It's just like, people forget that he was found, him and his father were found guilty of not renting to black residents. I mean, it's like, can you call him racist? Probably not. Can you call him prejudiced? Hell yeah. And because I grew up in a family that has civil rights roots, yep, it does irk me a little bit. But like I said, I hope he proves me wrong. I'm not above being wrong. And that's the other thing too, is a lot of Americans are like, I'm not wrong, I'm always right. I'm like, no. It's okay to be wrong. Wrong's how you learn things. I really don't want to fight this big dude, but I'm gonna have to fight him. I'm gonna have to go to him and fight him. He was just waiting for me too. Yeah, that is how it is supposed to be. I mean, people have already written P. Diddy off, and I'm like, yeah, well, okay. Evidence doesn't look good against him, but let him have his day in court. We could be wrong, and he's just a super freak. And these people said, we could find out later that these people were like, we gave him permission for him to, do all this freaky stuff to us. I doubt it, but I mean, we'll know in the courts. I didn't call Trump guilty of crimes until he was actually found guilty. I mean, people thought it's It's political. Not really. I mean, the courts are supposed to be separate from the other stuff. Another wonderful thing about America. Court system is separate from our political peeps. Designed that way on purpose. Once again, 7th grade civics. And yes, we do have, political sides that put judges in courts, but it's not supposed to be, I give you a court spot, you do what is good for us. It's, I give you a court spot and you do good for the people. Yay! My first Grand Vault slot unlocked. Collect my reward. No more rewards. No more rewards. No good. Wait. Ooh. It's a trinket. I like that trinket. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, a lot. Ooh. Yeah, until it came out. Everybody was giving him hell in a handbasket. Okay, kittens. My kittens are over here having a little play fight. So anyway. And the problem is what I'm saying, the simple things that I'm saying now would upset somebody to the point of wanting to unfriend me. That's the other thing. That's just like, really? Me expressing my opinion? That's not going to change yours? Okay, I want to do... Ooh. Okay. That weekly reward is kind of good. So that's where I'm going next. Usually I don't do weeklies like that, but that's kind of geared. It's for a cache of stuff that can upgrade the gear that I currently have. So I'm going to definitely participate in. 4 lesser key flames activated. I've got a feeling that once I activate Radiant Remnant. Okay. Oh man. Now I've got to fight people to get stuff. I need 3 of them. So. Mm, mm, sure. I still don't get what woke is. And that's what I think that throws people off. It's like, I don't get today's kids' meaning of woke. Because when I was growing up, it meant a whole different thing, and it's not what they're throwing around. So it throws me off when people are like, that's woke. I'm like, really? It has nothing to do with woke or being woke. Growing up in the 70s, for the few years I was around, infant wise, in the early 80s, I'll say, because I heard it all the time in the neighborhoods I was in. Black men would say to each other all the time, they'd say, "Stay woke, my brother, stay woke." And I'm just like, makes sense. Just stay woke to the way of the world. That's all it. And now it's been reappropriated, just like hip hop now, to mean something completely different. I'm just like, really? But yeah, I get you. I get you're making fun of me. So, but it just, after seeing it, I started thinking it was like, yeah. I mean, I don't talk about being chased. By a truck that had the stars, that had the Confederate flag on it, being chased on my way home from school. And having to jump in yards and stuff to get away from people. Being an elementary kid and having to do that, actually. 'Cause now that I think about it, I was in Houston. So that had been early 80s when that happened. Gosh. Yeah. You know, and that was, well within it really not being a thing anymore. you know but it was in Houston, no less. You wouldn't think in Houston the Klan would be so prominent, but apparently they had their little pockets here and there. Yeah, and when we first moved to not where we are currently, but a town not that far away, my wife was just saying, hey, your mom told us to be careful because the Klan was out. I was like, yeah, that's right. Yeah. My mom gave me the warning. That was 2002, 2003. What? 2004, my wife was telling me. So, I mean, That's, of anything, you know, I'll give Trump politics, fine. I'll give Trump being a great communicator and getting people on his side. I'll give Trump kudos for, you know, doing what he did. Great. But why am I not seeing 3 and 4? I need 2 lesser key flames activated, and I'm not finding them. Am I just that blind? But the rhetoric is so very much of what I grew up with in the South. That I understand why people like it. And I thought we would be past it by now. Again, Trump could, and I'll say this wholeheartedly every single day, I hope he proves me wrong. I really do. Yeah. I think with everybody having a camera and people being able to see the day-to-day stuff happening, it puts a light on it, but it also wears it thin. So now you're seeing it every day and people are just like, oh, that's just how the world is. And I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be. See, that's the main key flame. Okay, maybe it is that key flame that I have to do. And I just, not realizing. Yeah. I think, but there's also a fatigue that I'm noticing. It's like people are like, oh, another one. It's like, and I think that's what set in. Is there's like, oh, everybody's complaining about that. I was like, well, yeah. Until you have a moment of, oh crap, what's going to happen to me? Because somebody doesn't like me because of this, that, and the other. Oh, there's a lesser one. It does change your view just a hair. Okay, now where is the last one? Yeah. That old famous saying, you can walk a mile in a man's shoes. Don't judge until you've seen it from their side. Very, very true. Oh, I ran out. Butter and Vegemite? Oh, shoot. That sounds like the bomb right there. Hot over. Fresh out and still hot. Sounds nasty. Boom. Sweet. And now I can go to my next delve. Have I been to that one? In a campfire. Yeah, but I mean, you know, however it's cooked, it's cooked. Modern technology these days being what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get brisket. Get some damper. That was good old cookout. Oh my. Let's see. I still don't know which. Oh yeah, it does. So I need. Now I need to think this through. So that trinket is just mastery. That probably is the trinket that needs to go. It does bring that down, but see, that does more damage, but less critical strike. And buffer, tiff, butter. I know what you meant. I can tell you're sleepy. Ooh, I need to find out when my bad team is playing today. And if there's a chance to watch the game. Oh, it's on Fox. It's a noon game at Fox. Sidetracked, sorry. Trying just to see what is the actual chance of me watching a game from my team locally. And they're covering the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this afternoon. Locally. I can always listen to it satellite, and I need to listen to football to get my football chops in to always get better. I guess I didn't even think to do this yesterday. Oh, there's a German game. Giants versus Buccaneers, or Giants versus Panthers in Munich, Germany. So I do like the NFL trying to make itself a big. Yeah, Tony Todd, Toby Todd. Great voice actor. His voice was all over the place, but also known for what was the horror movie? Was it Sandman? No. With the bees in the mouth. I couldn't watch it. It just, me being allergic to bees and seeing bees come out of his mouth, I was done. Yeah, that was it. But great actor. Great actor. I think he was only 68. I'm not sure what he passed away from. Oh, there was something I was going to look up, and now you got me sidetracked away from it. Candyman, that's what it was, yes. Sandman. He was the Sandman, kids. Yeah, those bees coming out of his mouth, that, for somebody who is allergic to bees, to see them come out of somebody's mouth. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in filming that, he did get stung in the mouth. That I'm gonna IMDb that, because and he's been with the franchise for a while. I know there was a 2021 redo. Speaking of, there it is. Yeah, Tony Todd. Let's see, 19. Yeah, 19. Gosh, the first one was 1992. I was cool with everything until I saw the trailer where the bees came out the dude's mouth. And I was like, and that's a no. That's a no from me. Just say his name in the mirror. Yeah. People thought Beetlejuice was bad. Nope. Candyman. Yeah, it was the one. Yeah, he has. Let me look real quick at. The bees were bred specifically for this movie. They needed to be sure. that the bees were only 12 hours old, so they look like mature bees, but their stingers would not be powerful enough to do any real damage. That's crazy. Tony Todd negotiated a bonus of $1,000 for every bee sting he suffered during the film. He was stung 23 times. He got an extra $23,000 for those bee stings. He knew going in he was getting stung. It is his favorite role, or was his favorite role. Yeah, we'll have a little moment of. I'm going to look at his filmography real quick and name off some of the other things he is not as known for, but would probably surprise us to know that he was in. He has 11 things up and coming. He did voice work for the new Indiana Jones The Great Circle video game that is coming out. He did, and it was rumored, and it's in post-production, so it's a good possibility his voice may be on it already. Final Destination Bloodlines. Another one that's in post-production that is a TV movie, The Oath Outbreak. Today's Flu, also in post-production. He has like several things in post-production, so we're not done seeing him, thank goodness. He was a very good. I love that he was so busy. And he did a lot of video games, so this is going to be interesting. Holy cow, he has like 245 credits on his IMDb. He was the voice of Zoom in The Flash, honey. It's a wonderful TV series. 2015 to 2023, 16 episodes. Yeah, that is not a bad paycheck for being stung by bees. It's just... Oh, he was in the reboot as well. I didn't realize he was in the reboot of Candyman as well. The House Next Door, Meet the Blacks 2. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, he said in several interviews that he loved that. He was the voice of Darkseid in Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War, Dota Underlords. He did voice work for Viper, Badlands, Candy Corn, Scream the TV series. Trying to think, the Orville. He was a Mocklin in the Orville. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that, but probably heard his voice and went, that voice is familiar, but couldn't tell because of the makeup. He had a lot of TV stuff. He was in Rivendell. He did one of the newer Scooby-Doos, Be Cool Scooby-Doo. 3 voice characters there. He did Darkseid for Lego, DC Superheroes. He did a lot of voice work as Darkseid, which is cool. Army of the Damned. Oh, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Admiral Tony Briggs. He was Dreadwing in Transformers Prime, which is a good cartoon series. I wish it would have got picked up for another couple more episodes. He was in Chuck, Final Destination 5, Symbiotic Titans. He was Shaman in that one episode. So yeah, I mean, he's Revenge of the Fallen. He's the voice of the Fallen. Not the best Transformers movie, but I'll have to rewatch just to hear his voice. He was in Boston Legal, Man from Earth. Oh gosh, he had a plethora of small screen Stargate SG-1 and, you know, big screen stuff. Final Destination 3. He was in a couple of the Final Destination movies. He played Corbin in Star Trek Elite Force 2, which was a video game. Final Destination 2. So yeah, his character has been in Final Destination, I think, through all, not the reboot, but I think all of the old ones. Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek The Next Generation. Of course, you get a man with that type of voice, you've got to put him in Star Trek. Xena Warrior Princess, NYPD Blue, Beverly Hills 90210, New York Undercover, Beastmaster 3, which I did not see. He was in Murder, She Wrote, Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Homicide, Life on the Street, X-Files. I mean, the man was everywhere. His voice will not be silenced by his passing, thank goodness. He was in Cop Rock. I completely forgot about that. Just imagine a cop show to music. Hell, he was old enough to be in Matlock. Night of the Living Dead. That had to be a redo because that's 1990, so that's a redo of the original. He was on Kate and Alley.
I love that show.
21 Jump Street.
Is that one streaming anywhere?
Kate and Alley?
Yeah, I've tried finding it in the past and I can't ever find it.
You know, that's a okay. Because I've been finding a lot of YouTube. You've been doing great with letting certain companies redo and play like whole seasons of stuff. I've been able to see Transformers season 1, which I forgot how good it starts. Transformers season 2, but I'll have to check. He was in Platoon. But Kate and Alley, just remind me, honey, to look up and keep an eye out for Kate and Alley, because I forgot about that as well. Was that right after she? No, wait, that's not the same one from Moonlighting, is it? No. That's oh, but she's familiar face.
Which one, blonde?
Susan St. James and Jane Curtin.
Jane Curtin was on Saturday Night Live.
That's why. Yeah. It's like one of them looked like super familiar, and I've like seen her in other things. And I want to say they both had great careers. And I have to admit, I did watch Kate and Alley because my mom would watch it. So, and I forgot about that. And see, this is making me feel like old in a whole different level. Colors. Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Colors. I haven't seen that in forever either. Wow, he had an amazing career. His voice will not be forgotten anytime soon, but it is sad to hear of his passing. And let's see if they've updated his biography. Maybe they have cause of death. Yeah, they do not have cause of death yet. Oh, they're saying here he was stung 26 times. Still, that's still a heck of a payout. Oh, it's not been updated because it does say lives in Long Beach, California. Oh, was considered for the role of Dormammu in Doctor Strange. That'd have been cool to have him add his voice to that. I could get down with that. Get down, down. All right, back to the game. So I need to. Yep. We all have that. We will all have that moment. Okay. Do I need to take the shadow portal and go to the shadow realm? I guess I do. I have not done this delve. I am now scared because I have no idea how this delve works. Crapple Apple. But it's nice to reminisce about his roles and think about that. Yeah, this year there's been some people that passed away that I was like, wow, really? I mean, James Earl Jones, come on. That's an era right there. And I'm glad that he gave Lucas and Disney permission to use his voice after his passing. Because people try to do Darth Vader, but they never do it justice. Even I try, and it's a good facsimile, but there's a certain way he stutters that is definitely 100% him, that can't be denied. And I don't know how to destroy this. It's immune to all my attacks. Oh, wait. Do I have to go up here? Not scary at all. And I can't move forward. Oh, I can move forward, but not. Oh, yeah. This is scary. Oh, but I get it. Okay. I get how this works now. um. A puzzle within a puzzle. Oops. Let's not do that. Let's do. Um. I don't know what that got me. Yep, nope. I hear you. Can't defeat the Sandman. Take it easy. At least we got to hang out for a little bit. It's been nice, Scott. It's been a while. Ah, there's my reward. I'll take that. Night. Take it easy. And since the NFL does not like rebroadcasting of their stuff, and I want to listen to this early morning game, I'm going to stop the stream. Anybody else watching?